real quick on the Facebook deal right now and live on the players deal. We're going to spin it right now and let someone know who the winner is. She's going to spin it now. Number 18. Caden, that is right. You want cash or you want sell credit? Huh? Sell credit? All right, sell credit. Huh? Answer. Sell credit, 8,500 sell credit. Now with that, we've had a lot of interest and want to do another one. There is a second one started. If we do sell 50 spots, we'll do the same thing again for half. So it'll be 4,250 sell credit, but it'll only be 50 spots sold this time. But we will reopen that deal on the Facebook page, and you can get back in for another 100. We'll pay 3,000 cash or 4,250 sell credit. When we sell 50 spots, we'll spin it again first thing in the morning before the preview tomorrow morning. So if y'all want some of those, jump back online and buy a few more. We're going to start. The first consigner in is going to be Matt Allen. Breeders also, if you want to talk your pigs, come up here. If not, then we'll just read your pedigrees and go from there. We're going to try to get through these as fast as possible, about 2 hours. Let's get in and out and let y'all go on and have a good time tonight. We're going to get through this preview as fast as we can. So if you got something you want to say, jump up here. We'll give you the mic. Other than that, we're going to read your pedigrees, let everybody study these things online, and get y'all out of here as quick as we can. Thank y'all. Matt Allen, Allen Farms. The tag 1 is going to be a baby's daddy, another round Roberto. The other bearer that's in there, the belted one, is going to be tag 2. Baby's daddy, another round, never say never. Is the belted a crip? He's got too little nose. Too little. Good on that pair. Hey, get that next group up here. Already coming. The next two are also going to be Allen Farms. Tag 3, both of these are going to be females. Tag 3's baby's daddy, Brandon, not another. And 4 is going to be a cash money, relentless super puncher. Really nice pair of gilts here. Saw them come in off the trailer. I thought they were awfully neat. Next consigner in wants to talk his own. His name's Chad Hopson. He's going to ease up here and let you know about him. I will tell you kind of how they are bred. Hopson's leadoff is going to be tag 5. He is a cash money 151 best intentions. Which one's that? Is that the one Avery's on? That's the one that Avery's on here on the left, far left of me. Real round body one, stout made one. 6 is the one that Heaton's on. Another cash money, best intentions, dirty deal. And the one that Hunter's on is going to be tag 7. Is going to be True Story, Here I Am, Best Intentions. Really neat trio bear, especially that leadoff bear. Stout, burly. Those best intention sales at that place have done a really, really good job. Next consigner in is going to be D2. His leadoff is going to be the belted one or the dark cross, I guess. Tag 12 is going to be his number. He's going to be a Smoke Another Shug. Smoke Another is the new herd board down there at Luke Linder's. And the blue one is going to be tag 12. I'm sorry, the leadoff is going to be tag 11. The one that's the black one. The blue one is going to be tag 12. He's going to be a Smoke Another French Kiss. Next in is going to be the famous Luke Linder. He's coming in, and this is a really, really interesting set of pigs that he brought to us this go-round. We looked at these as he unloaded them. This Berkshire is awfully impressive. He's Luke's leadoff. What's his tag number? Tag number is 8. He is a over-the-top. Imagine That's Mom. That is one neat show pig. He looked pretty impressive when he was unloaded today, and as he's got fuller today, he just keeps getting better and better and better. Well, the young lady in the middle is on tag 9. Young man on the outside is on tag 10. Tag 9 is going to be the second rounder. He is a From the Hip Shug Next Intentions. And tag 10 is going to be a Smoke Another Shug Never Before Barbie. Neat trio pigs here, especially at Berkshire. Who's this? Reeves and SMI. The Carney man, Mr. Reeves, is here. Reeves and Smythe. Really neat. He's going to lead off with the crossbred. The crossbred's tag 120. He's a Rodeo Rob, Nomad, Visionary, Best Man. Second rounder is going to be a spot bearer, tag 121. He's a time squared. He said he does not know what the mother is. He bought her at Angelo and never looked at her papers. He said she was good then, and she's doing even better when she hit the crate, so he doesn't even care what she is. So she's a time squared. He doesn't know. And the last round's 122. That is a Poland, and he is a Call Me Daddy coming in hot. He did tell me that one's mother was champion Poland at San Antone, and grandmother was reserve Poland at San Antone. So he does like that and says that thing is going to feed. He actually said he's too skinny to lead off with, but that's actually his favorite was the Poland. So, again, thank Cole and Reeves and SMI for bringing these over. I think it's a real nice trio.
Next in is Cole Livestock, a good buddy of ours. He brings a pair of them to us. He'll lead off with a spot, a picture that kind of got everybody blood pumping when we saw it. A very neat one. That one would be a Times Square. That one's mother would have raised the reserve spot at Fort Worth alongside a couple cell makers there at San Antone. And then the black sock-footed bear would be a from the hip there at Luke's, and that sow would have raised a class-winning Hampshire at Houston this last time, and I think another cell maker there at Houston as well. I know Troy's been pretty excited and nervous about bringing these out. He's pretty high on them, and if you study them, if you got a spot, sire, on. Yep, we're back here now. Anyway, if you're interested in breeding spots, I think that thing's got a lot of good going on. Very neat pedigree, good sow line. I'm excited Troy could bring those to us. All right, next in is no other than the player's mascot himself, Russell Canese. We're the first, see what we mean? Two Chester males, the Chester guy himself. The first one's going to be tag 13. That'd be a burner phone, Cracker Jack, first take. One that I know Russell talked to me and then a couple other guys and was pretty excited about before he left the house. And then his next one will be tag 14. That one, as well as a burner phone, Cracker Jack take one. So a pair of litter mates that I think offer a lot of quality. If you got any questions about the Chesters, just reach out with Russell here shortly. He'll probably fill you in more about what they've done in that sow line as well. All right, next in, Russell's going to drop in a pair of Berk Barras. Both these would be top-it-offs. or not top it off, some top shelves just for Berks. A very neat pedigree from a firm that's won just about as many Berks shows as any there, just between him and Luke and the program and bloodlines that they put together. I think if you're serious about Houston or Austin, more importantly, with them guys being Texas bred, I just pay real close attention. They got the right look, the proportions, their body shape's good. You know, they're opened up and got good crossbred shape down their back. Very impressed with the set those guys brought us. We'll drop in tag 19 next. A first-time consigner to the players and some fellas that we've been pretty good buddies with over the last couple of years, and they picked up a few sows from here, there, and everywhere, and spent the money and just been real selective on the sow herd and bloodlines they're trying to build around. This is Cud Farms. They bring a Barra here, a belted Barra that tag 19. Where'd we go? He'd be a set-free building speed. A lot of Brockman blood laid into their sow herd, and obviously you could tell with the look and shape these things got and athleticism, a real nice bear that they brought us. Can't thank them enough. I think if you want to stretch in and try to be dig into those light weights to middle weights at San Antonio, if you're still looking for that age range, or just be a big Houston, Hampshire, an awfully good prospect here.
Next one in. Next two in are G2s. They drop in a pair. Tag 20 is going to be the red one. That is a backfire green bottles last drop. That thing took an incredible video. I was excited to see this one get to the ring, and there's no disappointment when he got here. I think that one's awfully good. There's quite a few red ones. This one got my motor going when I saw the video, and it's just as impressive when he sets here, and no slouch when he drops the spot in. Another one that's really good. Looks like it'd be a really good big heavyweight bear come Houston. I think that's an awfully neat pair. 21, he's a Love Tap Amplify. Good looking, tall shoulder, great looking one. Looks like a great Houston prospect. I think this is a very nice pair. Thanks, James and Kaylee Glenn, for coming this way. They're first time consigners this sale, and I think they set in and brought a really nice set and started off with a bang. I like this pair an awful lot.
We'll have tag 22 and tag 23. An interesting story how these guys got with us. Our buddy Caden, he introduced these guys to us and said, hey, that these he's been doing a good job, and these pigs look good, and he vouched for him, and you never know what you're getting into when you just open up a sale like this and offer people you're not real close friends with. But when they drop a set off like this, you just hit the ground running. A good set of livestock, a good pair of them that are just dense in their build, opened up and genuine everywhere. Neat pedigrees, some run back to some of the stud stuff on the bottom side, so you know there's going to be some feedability. They've already got the extra feature up on the front side of things. I think a pair of them that have a high-end value, whether you're needing San Antonio's or just ease in there to Houston and look right. Can't thank the Atchison crew for coming out and being a part of it. Look forward to working with them from here on out. The belted one, again, would be tag 22, the lead off for them, and then tag 23 would be a chromed up one. Tag 22 is a hold on tight, swipe right, and then tag 23 would be a white oak gorilla. Yeah, enough of that. Tag 24 drops in next, and from none other than our good friends at IDK, Jess and Nick. We've had a slew of good pigs from them over the years, and just a relationship that we all three value quite a bit. The set of sows they put together are certainly no slouches, and no, they are definitely not the bloomiest ones. And if you're one of those people that need to reach out and find the muscle and let it meet your eye, you probably don't land on these, but when it comes showtime, there's no doubt these are the ones that get asked about ringside at San Antonio and Houston. They drop in a 42-liter barrel, an absolute on a cruel intention sow. Look forward to visiting with Jess and Nick and seeing exactly what's past that cruel sow. Obviously, the absolute boar pig is at Heimer's and Bobel raised. I think a very neat pedigree that matches up very phenotypically well. Obviously a prospect that I've seen a few people already write down on their sheet. So excited to see this one tomorrow and excited to see where that one ends up come March or April right there. Thanks, Jess. Thanks, Nick. Great job. We answered the phone call about last week, and Nick had told us that Cade Miller had an awfully good set of smaller pigs that he was trying to get into a Texas market. Didn't think they'd fit, just maybe perfect for an OYE setting. And I knew, me and Colin both knew Cade. He was actually Colin's neighbor there for a little bit when he was living in Oklahoma. And we said, sure, why not? And boy, we're excited. He's going to lead off with tag 25. That'd be a buckle up, never before, square edge bear 84. Kind of some cob pedigree way back in there, and then obviously buckle up. Definitely doesn't need much of an opportunity to know what he's done so far. Excited to see what those pigs do. I do believe the next one is going to be a buckle up as well. That's tag 26. That sow would be a Dirty Harry Sky Zone. And then I think the next one will be tag 27. That'd be the kind of white-sided. He's another, the white-sided, white-formed one there. That's another buckle up mate to his lead off as well. A good pair of them, a good piece of livestock. Can't thank Cade enough for sending 3 of them down that are of this quality. So if you have any complaints about the way your steak was cooked or the flavor or anything else, the meat was good when we got it in. If it wasn't prepped right or cooked right, you take it up with the guys who raised these 2 show pigs coming in next. He's going to lead off with, this is Brockman Farms, obviously. Tag 28 is going to be the spot. And if you paid attention to their program, you kind of know that there's just work. I mean, they show up at the end. We were fortunate enough to have one out of them feed for us to a class winner at Houston last year. Same look, same build, same type and kind as this tag 28. So this would be a Titan, no words. Titan's a boar that's caught plenty of fame there in Oklahoma and in the spot industry. I think a very, very neat one. The crossbred's going to be tag 29. That's going to be a party trick, which is a boar that Berger has there at his farm. He's a tricked out son on a next in line sow. I think both these have an awfully good build about them and look and presence. Just kind of the same thing that you'd expect when Cliff and Colby load a pair of them up to come up here. Again, thanks those guys for tending to the steaks back there and making sure everybody's bellies got full tonight. Can't thank them enough. Next in is a real distinguished guy and a real famous pig breeder from there in Conroe, Texas. Just kidding. These are mine and John's McKinley Show Pigs. We're going to lead off with tag, the blue one there, tag 30. So this would be a Faith Alone, Here I Am, Dirty. That sow would be a mate to Heaton's Champion Blue there at Austin, and then that same sow line would have had a class winner at Houston this last go-around. And then the calico there would be tag 31, I believe. That would be an In the Woods, Here I Am 44. That sow would have had a Lily's class winner, or a mate to Lily's class winner at Dallas this last go-around that we thought had a shot at being real close to getting a piece of a breed division. Didn't, obviously. We like those quite a bit. We're going to lead with the Blue Barra, and then the lead off in the next round be that calico there coming across the ring that Heaton has on stick. We'll drop in another pair of them to you. A pair of litter mates. Colby has been busting his tail trying to get these things looking right, and he's got his work cut out on this white-legged one. He's just got a different headgear and space. He likes to go. But that one would be a Here I Am, all in all, Podna. I'm real high on that bear. I think as far as Houston, those guys judging, I just see that one being in those green shavings and looking the part. He'll be our second part of our second round. And then the belted bear there would be another In the Woods, Here I Am 44, a mate to the calico. Again, I can't thank my buddies enough for helping me put on this sale and being a part of it, all three together. The girls who behind us, they do a phenomenal job. The show crew we've got, the family members that are either A blood or not blood. Thank you guys for being here, being a part of it. Couldn't do it without you, I promise.
Next consignor in is 4F Livestock, Cleve Ford and Cooper, and a friendship that we've built over the last couple of years, and are really excited about the ones that they brought. We've had some success, had a lot of success this last week there at Dallas with a pair of them that we bought this last summer. This is a really neat set of pigs that they brought us. Which one are you leading off with? It's the blue. The black one is the one that's going to start. He's tagged 34. 34 is the round one. He's a no-huddle American Greed. 36 is the spot. He's a Titan. Lights off. 37's the blue one. He's a no-huddle American Greed. And we missed his gilt. My next never before littermate sister. You OIE guys, you can get that one in the sale. She's going to bring a pile of cash, just that pedigree. I think that's a really neat female. You can just get her in the sale. She's my next never before's littermate sister. Really neat one that we're proud that they brought and offered to us. I think that's an awful nice set. Dig in there.
Obviously, the three of us are very close friends with Josh and Carrie, and get to know the guys that have been through their program over the years. And Connor is one of those guys that has become a pretty good buddy of ours. And he's from Arkansas there, and has put a set of sows together probably long before he dreamed of working at Brockman Farms in Montgomery, Texas. And he's got the right heart and the right conviction to take and put the sows together that he wants to. He's got the right look, the build laid in there. He brings us a pair of belted mates, some that are mates, the ones that we thought were very, very special there at Josh's sale. I was excited when I offered the opportunity for him to come down here and bring a pair of them. He sent me videos, and I just got even more excited for him. Both these would be on a Here I Am sow. If I'm not mistaken, this same Here I Am sow would have had the champion, our reserve champion middleweight at LSU. No? All right, I got you all excited for nothing. This is the first litter gilt. Runs back to some good blood, I think, there at Frontline or Final Drive Genetics. But at the same time, you just talk about build, look, presence, shape, and everything else working in the right direction and feeling very comfortable. Can't thank the Palorino brothers enough for coming down and enjoying their weekend with us. If you got any more questions, just reach out to them. Again, these are tags numbers 38 as well as 39.
We just talked about Josh and Carrie, and we're happy that they sent some pigs up, sent this gilt up. I think this one's awfully neat. And again, another one that's just kind of geared towards that OYE deal. And I think in terms of size and where she's at right now, I think that one is awfully interesting. She's in the woods. That's a board there at Brockman's. Again, I think in terms of just the extras that he puts together, in terms of the extra width and the stoutness that he brings, and she just resembles this to a T in terms of just extra feature there at the ground, how bold she is through her center body, yet she's still elegant and feminine up to her front third of her body. I think this is kind of an OYE gilt that looks like she can go on and do some great things. She's tagged 40. Again, she's tagged 40 in the woods. Here I am, Brockman's Farm consignment. Thank you, Josh and Carrie. Next in is Jess Gilbert, and another friendship that's really blossomed over the last couple of years. I get to feed quite a few from this firm, and the ones that we do get out of there just flat feed. I love the females that are laid back in there, and there was times when I thought Jess might be a little crazy on the things that he was breeding, but he had a vision a few years ago, and he's just held true to the vision that he had and didn't let the new boars in the industry change what he thought he needed to do, and it's proven to work. I think he brings a trio of bears this week that's a true testament to what he's doing down there, and I think this is an awfully neat set. The first one that we're going to bring in is 41. He is a simple man, firstborn, believe in me. Another one, just tall shoulder and freaky from the side, got good shape up high. I think this one hits those guys at Houston real hard. You can push on this thing and make him a little San Antone, but I think that one goes home, slows down, and looks like a real winner there when you get to the middle of March there at Houston. I thought this was a really neat pig when I saw him a few weeks ago. He just stayed together and looks really good when he gets here. I like that pig an awful lot. .42 is the next one that he's bringing in. And this is a litter mate to the leadoff. That is a girl pig, is 42. I'm sorry, 42 is the male pig. 43 is his round threer. Let's see what she is. Simple man, believe in me. That gilt's got an awfully neat look from the side. Again, I think this is an awfully neat trio. You get these things home, get them on feed. They get better every day of their life. They ain't been babied and pampered there at the house. These are just good feeding kind of pigs that can go on and do great things. Again, a true testament by some of them things that we've showed the last couple of years. I like this trio of pigs. I like the guy that raised them. This is an awfully neat set. Thank you, Jess, for bringing the ones that you brought. Next in is Joe Eggers, and a firm that needs no introduction, especially in these red deals. But again, in any industry, in any breed, I think this is an awfully nice. I guess he brought 5 or 6 of these, like 7 of these things. And again, he's leading off with this blue gilt. And I know this year at OYE they have the blue division, these gilts. And I think this is one intriguing little female in terms of just stoutness of feature, shortness of back, and how round-bodied she is. And yet still looks like a show pig and looks like a female when you get off to the side of this one. I thought she was awfully neat. She is an Expo on point. Then the other entry in here is his Duroc gilt entry. She is a tag 49. She's going to be around 3. Main character, piece by piece. Another one in terms of just a Duroc gilt. It's good looking. I mean, I think he brought a heck of a set. These things are big round bodies, big hind legs, and everything moves and flexes the right way. I think that's two females that have a lot of upside. I like the pair of females that he brought, and the males are no slouches either, but I think these are extra special. Thank you, Joe, for the pair of females.
Kate is on 45. That would be a belted bear there. Brava, no guts, no glory. And then tag number 47. Where are we at? 47 would be an Expo, Next Intention. Another good pair of bears for you guys that pay attention. Joe's always had a good set of livestock. If you want to just study build and quality of skeleton, that's what he's always had his mind focused on. And then just more than anything that we picked up on feeding his bears is they just keep coming and keep getting better. So if you got to have bloomy muscles, these probably aren't the ones you're going to tie to, but that's okay. These are the ones that you gravitate towards too, you know, when they turn 150 pounds and just start coming and maturing, doing the right things. I think a pair of them, again, I know we still got yet a couple more to go, but I thought these two belted bears were awfully good. Oh, I don't even know which one we need to lead off with in this pen. 46 would be the red bear. Again, a main character. There is three of them in here. 46 would be the bigger red of the trio. Main character, green bottles. And then we have, 49 would be a main character piece by piece. And then 48, interesting pedigree here. Hot Diggity Dog, Wild Thing. Joe always has a different take on names, and certainly one that if you don't gravitate towards his phenotypic looks on sheet and paper, definitely has a ring to it. Next in, a young man that if you've had the opportunity to visit with him, he's very passionate about livestock and most importantly, just being a part of this industry and surrounding himself with people that not only care about him and love him as a personality, a character. He's not only talented on the stick, but a young man that just is so convicted in where he wants to be in life and who he wants to surround himself by. And that's kind of hard to come by, a guy that is just as true to his character as anybody. He brings us tag 51. And if you've paid attention on Facebook at all, these guys have done a very good job of promoting it. I know Trevor is out here showing it. We're going to give all the credit as far as breaking it to Harper. Definitely had nothing to do with Trevor. That's his younger sister for everybody that doesn't know. They've stayed pretty tried and true to a few select breeders there in the Midwest. And this sow comes from Hilty. And she'd be an American made, which is the mother was purchased from Hilty. She would have raised, the reserve cross middleweight at Houston in 23. So a very, very special mother on the bottom side of this thing, and quite frankly, caps off on the top side. I was very interested in seeing what this bear looks like in person, and by no means was I ever let down. He's kind of been the talk of the barn. I'm very excited that Trevor and his crew brought this one to us. I'm excited to see where this one lands, what his opportunity does, wherever he ends up. Thanks to them guys, and thanks to everybody for the positive comments towards this one. Mr. Cotton West, a good buddy of mine. I could just kind of remiss and say the same things that I just uttered about Trevor, about Cotton. You know, a young man that has been in the show pig industry for quite some time, and not just a young man there, a family that's done such a good job and fell in with the right crews over the years, and just loves it. I mean, they're just addicted to it, has a business plan, has a mindset of what they need to look like, has built around the right kind of sow line and bloodline. He brings us a pair of them here. I believe both are litter mates. Give me a second, and I will get pedigrees on them. They'd be card tricked, which would be the tricked out next intention son on a French kiss last dance sow. So a very interesting pedigree. If you just want to talk about look and build, that pedigree's got on it. And so as you'd expect, when they get out here, that's kind of what they look like. You know, fresh backed, sharp made, and still so athletic and agile. I was extremely proud for us to have Cotton here this year. He didn't disappoint. I think a very good pair of them. I'm kind of partial to one of them. Look forward to seeing what they do tomorrow. Congratulations, guys.
Our next end's John Markol, another friendship that's been built over the last few years. I've had some Berkshire bears from that guy in the last few years that have really turned out and done some and made the sales at some of these Texas majors. He brings us 3 bears here, and again, I think these are awfully good. The Duroc, when he come off, I thought was extra special. What tag numbers? 56. 54 is the leadoff. He's a hero, which heroes the board there at Hoff Schulte's, and he's done an awesome job. Again, I think this one's awfully neat. He's the one that's got the white running up his back legs there in the far corner. The good-looking, tall-shouldered one that can just get out and reach and go. The other belted one is tagged 56. That's the one that Kate's on here. And then the Duroc is going to be tagged 55.
56's mama was a maternal sib to the Grand at Houston.
56 his mom is a maternal sib to the Grand at Houston this last year, which was an absolute creature. I thought that was maybe one of the best show bears to win in a very long time. The other one's grandma is a grandma to the Grand at Houston. So both of both those crossbreds go back to a really intriguing pedigree in terms of just how that one that was at Houston that won. I think this is an awfully good set. Look in here and catch him in the back, and you can probably break down those pedigrees a little more. Nice set. Next one in is Wilbur, and This is the first time consigner here to the Players Pig Sale, and he certainly didn't disappoint. When this one come off the trailer, he got me plumb fired up. I thought this one was really, really cool. It Ain't Easy, and It Ain't Easy is a boar that sired that Maverick Squires gilt last weekend that sells for $25,000 there at Holy Smokes. Again, you just look in here and the roundness of body and how big that one's hind leg is. He still reaches so well off both ends of his skeleton. That with that color pattern, he's short backed and can still just float around the ring like that with a look from the side. This is one intriguing thing that I think on those green chips at Houston could look awfully, awfully neat. This is one of my favorite ones in the whole sale. Thank you, Wilbur, for bringing this one. I like that one an awful lot.
None other than SNK Show Pigs. Levi is a friendship that we've cherished here over the last couple of years. Not only does he just treat us right when we get there to the farm, there's just so much belief on our end on how these things feed and the kind he's trying to build and make. He's going to start off with the belted barra. Give me just a second. I'm trying to find exactly where that one's at. He'd be a heavy hitter, tricked out. That's how it would have been champion Division 6 there at Georgia this last go around. And then the blue gilt, one that I'm a huge fan of as a pig breeder. That one would be a splurge, which is a boar pig that they raised and sold to Warriors on a backdrop sow that was reserved as Division 7 there at Georgia as well. I'd study these pretty good. If you pay attention to who's winning what and what's popping up at pedigree and boar-wise, these guys are on top of the world in our opinion. And when they bring a set to any kind of sale, it's a highlight. Levi's very convicted in the livestock he's putting together, and these are no different than anything he's offered all year long. Right build, right kind. Look forward to what happens tomorrow with those pair of them.
Next in is Dane at DL. Again, another guy that last year we got the inside track that there might be some pigs laid out up there in Ohio we needed to swing by and look at. And it was late in the year, and we went in there and yanked a few of them out of there. He had a boar prospect in there that he actually sold me. We took to San Antonio. We ended up third or fourth there in class. In the Hampshires, we fed a couple for Houston and slid one of those in the sale at Houston also. Just another set of pigs that were just big-legged, stout, functional, and just got along. Just had all the pieces to make good show pigs. And we got some sell holes there at Houston and some at San Antonio. And we went through there this last week, and he had a pen of 10 pigs over there that were underneath the tanning lights. And he said, boys, pick out the 3 you want, and you can have the rest of them for sale. We picked these 3 out for the sale, and I think they're awfully, awfully neat. That little thin-belted one is his lead-off, and that one just really got my motors turning. I've had him there at the house all week. I brought those pigs down and got them ready for him so they could fly down. I thought that one was awfully, awfully neat. He's had a lot of people that loved him this last week. He is a my intentions never before. The way his head and neck comes out of his shoulders for a my, that extra shape up high, I think that one feeds and just gets better every day of his life. The next 2, Hunter, what number are you on? Hunter here's on 62. Kate, what number are you on? 61. 61 and 62. 61 is going to be a Hold Your Breath, tricked out. Hold Your Breath is a boar pig that he's got at his house that he raised last year. I know most of y'all haven't seen him. He loves that thing and has a lot of conviction. He bred more than half his sows to him this time. That's how much conviction he has in that boar pig. So I'd put a lot of faith in that one myself. And 62 is a Hold Your Breath Goosebumps. Again, I think these are awfully neat in terms of the extras. That leadoff's extra special. He's had a lot of friends since he's been at my house. I like that one an awful lot.
Tags 63 and 64 drop in next. Both consignments from Fontenot Farms. A pretty good trip we make multiple times of the year is that Louisiana crew, and always look forward to pulling into Big John's Drive and seeing what he's got. These were on the decks this last time we were there, they were on the decks, and boy, they look shiny, and he always just takes a good pair to us, and he's obviously had as much luck as anybody in the state of Texas, siren division champions, reserve champions here and there. So the feedability in these things is out of the question. They're going to do the right things when you get them home. These would be trick daddies as on a My Intention sow. A very interesting pedigree. Those trick daddies have done a good job and look good so far. And then those My Intention sows, when I heard John use that boar, I just figured that one would work there. And the females that I think he's probably got sacked back there at the house probably are pretty phenomenal to work with going forward. I do know he's got a littermate or two that he's taking to PT next week that he's very proud of. But these look like the right kind that our people get along with and show up there at the end. A good pair of them. Thank Cade.
The one last week sold for 21,000.
Yes. Yep. Just got a reminder that another littermate sold for 21,000 this last week there at McCormick Sales. So hope you don't get a bargain here tomorrow on these two, but extremely proud of the pair he brought us.
We talked about that trip we take to Louisiana every year, us three as we go. And as we leave Big John's, the next stop's always Rutler Dreads. Last year I fed a couple, and they fed awesome. And we had some success with those. We went by his house about 3 weeks ago, and these were up on the decks. And he just said, boys, those are the ones I pulled for you. And these things are awfully special. Ben does an awesome job in terms of just making these red ones tall-shouldered and good-looking and square as they go away from you. You get them going away the way that pair of reds leave you. You're in the sale at a Texas major when they can reach and flex and they stay square. And then the extras that he brings in terms of the look, in terms of the extra shape up high, I think this pair of red ones feeds for Houston. I know they're not the biggest things in the world. Those things probably even get to San Antonio. It's still early in terms of just feeding red bears. I think those can feed kind of however you want them to, or wherever you want them to go, whether it be San Antonio or it be Houston. It's just now time to start buying them red ones. I think that's an awfully neat pair in terms of look, in terms of shape, and how they reach and go. That's an awfully neat pair. Thank you to Rutler Dreads for bringing a pair that good.
We'll drop in Tin Roof Show Pigs, another firm when we make our trip out east that never fails and disappoints. They're going to bring us a trio of them. I believe they're going to lead off with the little guy there that Heaton's on. He'll tell us the tag number. Where are we at? 67. That bearer would be... All right, here we go. One Truth, Secret Society, Best Man. If you've been to many live sales, those One Truth bears, if you've got them, they've looked good, they're feeding good, and just that pedigree past that does all the right things as well. The next one would be a Water Boy, Believe in Me. That would be tag 68. So that Water Boy would be a boar that they have there that they bought for Clyde Gravois. Sorry, Clyde, if I messed that name up. He'd be a no stranger on a cracker sow. So big Final Drive Genetics influence there on the boar. And then past that, their last one would be a Smoke which would be a white boar there at Laird's on a front and center sow. Again, another firm that just puts emphasis on build, look, and athleticism. These things got shape and more power than they normally do. I'm extremely excited to see how these feed and end up. If you got any questions, pull aside Aaron, and he'd be more than happy to visit with you. And if you really want to get fired up, call Chris back at home and see what he thinks about them. We're going to roll in Rocket Livestock. I guess all these Louisiana boys decided to roll in together. Their leadoff is going to be tag 70. That bear would be Here I Am, Lock It Up. You know, for as it is, those Here I Ams, as a trio of guys up here that feed a lot of show pigs, they always pop up there at the end. You know, maybe not the most famous boar in terms of siren winners, but I would put that one up against about as many boars as any that he's sired as many class winners or third place pigs over the last 3 years spanned as any. So I would tell you, just gravitate towards these things. Know they're going to feed. Their build's going to be right on that Here I Am deal. And then I can guarantee you on the south side, there's going to be some horsepower. There's going to be some shape coming from Rocca and Chief. Then if you'll pay attention to this Burke Barra, and he probably needs to be the vocal point of this pen, in my opinion. He's going to be an over-the-top throwing stones. If you paid attention here close in the last 2 years of what these guys have done in the Berkshire ring, they've won unanimously at Expo that year that they had that Berkshire there. Probably one of the most easy winners that has rolled through that stage. And then past that, they've had a good run at LSU and Shreveport as well as these Texas majors. I don't know how many class winners, reserves, seconds, breeds. They've won not only at counties but at majors at like Houston and San Antonio as well. This one came off the trailer, and I tell you, it got me and Reagan and Colin fired up, talking about him, looking at him. Grant is real fired up about his pedigree. I think if you just want to sit back and study livestock and par off on what's good about this one more so than the negative, not that I think there's much negative about this one. There's a lot of upside here. I heard Denver at one point. I've heard San Antonio. I'd say just buy you a damn good show pig and show that one where you need to. That's a good piece of livestock. I wouldn't try to project more than just getting him in your barn at the end of the day. We sat at Stu's a couple of weekends ago and had a few Diet Cokes out on a tailgate, and Colby pulled me aside and said, "Hey, I'd love to bring some pigs to your sale. You think I'd let you in?" And if you know us, we're all about a good time. And the fastest thing I could say was, "Hell yeah, buddy, to bring them on. Just make sure they're good." And again, he drops off a crossbred bear in here. I posted a video on Facebook, and I got excited for him, and I got excited for us because I knew he'd be one we'd try to feed and try to own, just in terms of build, look, and then you study his pedigree on paper. He's got feedability written all over it, and the sow actually comes from a firm that we absolutely love feeding bears out of. That'd be Mike Clay. This bear, the crossbred, would be tag 73, and that would be That would be a strictly business, instant regret, dirty secret. So a very interesting pedigree, and I do know those dirty secret sows at Mike's are some that are duly noted when you sit by there and ask about pigs at his place. The Red Bear would be a disruption, DWI. A disruption obviously stands at SGI, the guys that have about as good of a Duroc program as any at the moment. He has a crinkled tail. I don't think that takes away from the quality of him. If you pay attention, this guy needs all the help he can. He named his farms after a .com company that not very many people here hope they know about. But at the end of the day, Oliver Farms is a good firm, a good people, convicted about good livestock, and excited to have them first-year consigners. Again, thank you guys for bringing them.
Next one's in as Warden. I went and made a trip early this year by myself, and I called him and said, hey, you got anything to look at? He said, they're green and skinny. They're not really ready, but come on. And I went up there, and they were green and skinny, and they weren't really ready to look at, but you could tell that there were some in there that needed to be fed. And he said, is there any invitational or any open deal sales there in Texas? I said, no, but I got a sale, and if you'll bring me a pair of those, you're more than welcome to come. And he set back a pair for us to bring, and I'm certainly proud of both of the ones that he brought. The one we're going to lead off with is the male pig. He's an Icon No Filter Revolution. That's the belted one here on the left. Then the blue gilt that's over here. Had some calls early on some guys looking for some OYE blue ones, and I thought that one just was really neat in terms of the shortness of back and how rolled she is up high. Again, another one I think just has feedability all over her. Her pedigree reads No Telling, Nomad Visionary. And those Nomad females and that blue deal, along with Curt, I mean, I think have done an amazing job. I think she has an interesting pedigree. I like that pig an awful lot. Thank the Wardens for bringing a good pair of pigs here.
All right, we've got none other than Colin's childhood hero here in next, Heron Farms, Heron Genetics. I'm sorry, there is a fine line between Heron Farms and Heron Genetics. Brock Heron, you know, a very, very good friend of all three of us up here, college roommate, and just a guy who's done a phenomenal job. Not only did he have a killer summer, maybe the best summer out of any pig breeder in the nation, winning Expo, reserving at Nail, or not, what is it, Louisville. It just reserved Duroc there for Colin at State Fair. So a guy that's just kind of hands on deck and on fire about winning right now. He brings us a pair of belted buckle up pigs. That sow would be all in the family sow. Brock is very consistent on making livestock the way he likes them. His track record this summer, if you don't like his kind, then I guess you're just probably not winning at this point. Because if they're not built like these two show pig belted barras, I just think you kind of get left behind. Opened up, good in their cage, good big and broad behind their forearm, got the right hind leg and the right look. These buckle ups are very interesting. I know probably everybody has a different take on how they feed. I think one that we'll talk about for years from now will be out of that bore. I'm not sure how past that it'll be, but I think probably one of the more famous bears we'll see this year will be out of this bore, and I think these two kind of fit the hill there. And just on the south side, I think there's so much predictability. And the red pig is a disruption. built different. All three of the guys up here have hung banners at Texas Majors with red barras from Brock, and I'll tell you, he's as good a buddy of ours as any. He brings good pigs every time we could get him to come, and this red pig is kind of just to a hilt what Brock tries to make. Big chested, good muscled, sound square livestock. I tell you, just keep your head down and keep bidding on that one. I think that one's got big ring presence and big ring look. A very, very high quality trio. Brock and his family, I guess him and Fisher brought down to bring us. So thank those guys again. Appreciate them for bringing the three they did.
Next in is CNC Livestock, and again, another consignor that's done an awesome job. These two that they bring to us today are, the leadoff is going to be the Dark Cross. He's a Party Trick Honor Society. The Honor Society deal on the bottom side of that is Slap's mom. If you don't know who Slaps is, you've probably been asleep through the show pig sale this season this year, because that one's the Colson board that has really put a lot of just really cool pieces together. Then the Chester is a Perfect Game, custom built. That's that Chester program there that Austin and them have put together is awfully good. We fed a bear there during the COVID year that I thought would be the champion at Houston. He ended up winning the first class at the alternative. That was the best Chester bear I think to date I've ever got to feed. This one looks like the part in terms of being tall shouldered and extended. Looks like that one can feed, just get better every day of his life. I like that one an awful lot. I like the pair that they brought. Thank you guys for the pair that you brought here for us today. I'm going to try to get both those in my program and back on and had my barn on feed. That's an awfully good pair. Thank you guys. Brooks Show Pigs is next. Again, we're going to lead. What numbers y'all got? Who's got what? They're the same. 82 is the leadoff. Is the tall young man in the red hat here? That's the one he's going to lead off with. That one's going to be a WD-40 boxed out. Neat pig. I know another one. That Brooks firm, in terms of the off-breeds, has done a real good job of getting these things put together. I thought that one was neat when he come off the trailer in terms of just his roundness of body, how that one was stout and bold up high, and just hairy for that breed. 83 is going to be the Berkshire bear. He's a top secret. Brace yourself. And 82 is going to be the other Chester bear. He's going to be a 82. 84 is going to be the other Chester bear. He's a WD-40 who's in. So round 3 is the big Chester. Lead off is going to be the little Chester. Round 2 will be the Berkshire. Again, nice set of pigs. Thank you, Brooks, for the ones you brought.
We'll drop in Atkinson Show Pigs next. They bring us tag 85 and 86, And a funny story how they got into the sale. They had the opportunity on Facebook and saw it, and extremely proud to have these guys here. A pair of Barras, for the purebred guys here, they're just good livestock. They're going to lead off with the red Barra. He would be tag 85, a Raise the Bar Especial. I know we've got quite a few red pigs in the barn. That one's just athletic, and that's a good hind leg for those guys that know anything about Durocs. Fresh built pie, got an extremely good look. And then the spot is a unicorn times change. Another one, I think they've been back and forth all week after visiting with them back there about which one they like better. I'm not sure they made the right decision. I'm sure tomorrow I'll let those guys know what the crowd favorite was. But I think another spot bear that we've got here that's comfortable in its build. Hind leg is extremely good, and jet level down its top line, just the right kind. Can't thank those guys enough for bringing a pair of them that we're extremely proud to have here. So next in would be PX2 Genetics. They're another Louisiana family we've had the opportunity to work with over the years. Just through lease gilts, we've sent them over there. They've had success with, and they fell into an extremely unique opportunity here. Again, somebody with a little more knowledge on the pedigree side is going to have to tell you exactly what the female is. I just know she's tied to a lot of hinker blood and a lot of very, very elite stuff there at his place. On the top side, it'd be Creation. These are hairy, dense stout. When we stopped by there, this was about 3 weeks ago. They were little cute, just jet level little show pigs. We were very interested in seeing just how they look here, and when they came off the trailer, the pieces that they have, the denseness of skeleton that they have is very, very elite. An opportunity for them to be here was certainly one that they didn't take for granted. They brought their best. Extremely excited about these two pair of red pigs and where they end up. Again, thanks to Matt for bringing a pair of them out to us.
Next in is Lynch Livestock, and Colin said he didn't want to talk, and I don't know why. But again, I think they brought us 4 pigs that are really, really neat. Very, very proud of lead off. That's the one that's on the far side that Maddie's on. That thing is a Simple Man. Rumor has it he's tag 89. Lindsay, what do you got? What number you got? 91. That's a littermate. That's the gilt entry that they brought. That's a littermate to the leadoff. Another one that just in terms of just stoutness of feature, in terms of shortness of back, and yet still having some extension up front. I think that one's got feedability all over him. I like that pair of pigs awful lot. I think that's an awfully nice pair. Thank the Lynches for bringing that pair. I know they got 2 more coming right after this. Kingdom Man Mob Squad is 90. Which one you got, Maddie? Maddie's got 90. That's a Kingdom Man Mob Squad. And the Berkshire Barra is 92. His pedigree reached top shelf, bad side.
The 90 pig that comes out here, that's kind of a famous sow around us. The WD sow is what they call her, and she raised the grand at Walker County last year, and every one of them pigs out of that litter feed every time. She does a phenomenal job, so bid with confidence on that one because that one will feed.
The next guy in is Biggs Livestock, and again, another guy that we're really good friends with, and I get the pleasure of working with him almost every weekend in a ring somewhere, taking bids, and the same will be for tomorrow. These are two red pigs that he raised, but I want to tell y'all, these two are not Texas bred. These are Durocs. These are Durocs that are a $10,000 bred purchase from buyers, and the grandma would be the Curves littermate's sister. But those are not Texas bred, though that Biggs did raise them. They are not Texas certified, but again, I think, and it's kind of a shame because this is a really neat pair of red bears that need to be fed, and they need the chance to go to multiple shows in terms of Houston and Austin. I mean, them things are stout and burly and good mugged and round bodied. Those things have had a lot of fans this last week. He's told me, he said, I don't know why I'm coming. I could have sold them 4 different times at the house. He said, I guess I like y'all guys too much. I'm going to go ahead and bring them and let y'all and sell them there for y'all and pay the commission, because he could have sold them probably 3 or 4 different times before he got here. We appreciate that. I think he brought 2 real nice red bears here, and the crossbreds are no slouches either, but I like this pair of red ones an awful lot. Biggs 93 and 95. 93 is the one on the far left. That's going to be his leadoff. That is a Wild Side Kingpin. Both these bears are sired by Wild Side, and I don't know if this is probably the first Wild Sides we've had here at the sale. I've seen an awful lot of these things, and I think this is the boar that's going to do some really, really good things. In terms of just making them so short-bodied and rolled up high. He's quite frankly son that looks like he's going to sire true there, quite frankly, in terms of just shortness of back and extra shape up high. And, quite frankly, made some of the best bears we've seen in quite a while. I think these are a true testament to that boar and kind of what they're doing. I like that boar an awful lot. I like this pair of crossbred bears an awful lot. The lead off's a Wild Side, and the one that's going to... The one that's going to go in the last round is 95. He's a Wild Side Kingpin also. I think that's a really neat pair of crossbred bears. Thanks, Biggs, for bringing those. I hope to get at least one of those things on feed.
We'll talk Chris's pigs next. C.Berry Show Pigs. I guess he hates that name. I had the opportunity in my life to live about 5-6 years there in Oklahoma. Made some lifetime friends over those years and met some breeders and had the opportunity to be a part of a lot of things. One of those things was becoming C-Dot's friend and a good buddy of mine that over the years we've had the opportunity to share plenty of memories on Washington Street as well as at pig sales. And, this is the first time here, and glad we got him. Over Snapchat, we had the opportunity to see these things quite a bit, and I could tell he was excited about them. This chromed up one is going to be his lead off, and that would be tag 97, probably more famously noted on Facebook. And I'll tell you, this thing's the rising sun there at DL Show Pigs on a Checkmate Dirty Secret Visionary sow. I would just promise you these things are going to be at the top of the list for a lot of people tomorrow. They just check a lot of boxes in terms of chest width, width from behind and still being so square, coming, going. They're fresh in their back shape and not too overdone. They still look youthful. They look right. Everything's so comfortable and well put together from the side. These are the kinds when we step in the ring at those jackpots we get excited about and send across very, very, very fast. So a pair of them that I think are very elite in their quality, very elite in their build, super fresh and well presented. Glad he got them broke for us. Glad he presented it to us for as well as he did. Glad to have him here. Thanks again.
Next up is going to be Q&A Show Pigs, and Quest and Adrian have done a great job of putting a set of sows together. If you don't know who they are, they're both the judging coaches there at Blinn, and they've put a set of sows together over the last 2 years that's really done some awesome things. We're proud to have them here. Their leadoff is going to be tagged 99. And he's a heavy hitter, Remember Me. That's the off-belted one. These two are both mates. They're bred the exact same. They're heavy hitter, Remember Me's. This is a really neat pig. I don't know which one I like better. Personally, I think I like the black one better, the burlier one that's a little shorter bodied. But again, I think this is a neat pair that's really stout and burly and got some shape up high. These look like they can feed and go on to Houston and really look good on those green shavings when they get out there. Tall shoulder, good looking ones. They got square hind legs, and other ones that just check a lot of boxes. Thank you, Quest and Adrian, for sending us a very nice pair of pigs and some kids that could get them put together and helping us throughout the day. We appreciate the kids that you sent to us to help us this week.
Oh, Gary, he's going to be next. He's going to drop in tag 101. Colin and Reagan, when we left Holy Smoke last weekend, headed to the Midwest, and me and John made a couple laps around there in Oklahoma to a spot or two that we could get to. I saw this bear, and he had just a little bit of a skin issue going on, and I said, man, I hope you get that one looking right and rolling in the right direction. And bring him to our sale. That'd be tag 101, and he'd be a Say It Echo, Lock It Up, and that mother would be a litter mate to the best bear that his daughter ever showed, would have been granted EYO, as well as reserve hamp at Tulsa, reserve middleweight at Kansas City, and then that grandmother Lock It Up sow would be the $35,000 purchase that S Squared made from the Todd Crew there at the exchange a few years back. So a bear that I think is just the upside value of this one and where he fits in a belted type scenario, extremely good look and extremely comfortable. Very, very happy that Gary had time to bring these down here and get them looking right. Can't thank that crew enough for bringing lot 101 out. We're going to drop in lot 102 and lot 103 next. Both litter mates. They're going to be Game of Thrones, Gangster, Checkmate. Game of Thrones pigs have been certainly ones that have highlighted quite a few sales. That's would be the Alton Walter Boar. That's at a premium blend. And then on a Gangster Checkmate sow, the grandmother there, the Checkmate sow, would have been granted OYE in 20. So I'd tell you, just a set of females here that Gary and the crew has put together. They're going to feed. They're going to do the right things. Very comfortable built livestock that has a good look and a presence about them. Can't thank the Todd Crew enough for bringing us a trio down.
I'm good. I like where I'm at. These two sound so good, though.
Next one in is Mr. Bobby listing himself, and it's I enjoy every time I get to go and hang out with Big Bob. And this last week, I got to spend an afternoon with him, and we've officially made it a tradition that the day before smokes, we go to Isham's Chicken and eat and run by his house and look at pigs. And it's an honor every time I do it. And I'll miss Holy Smokes every year from now till I die to go to that farm and hang out with that guy and go to Isham's and eat chicken with him, because it's an experience every time, and I enjoy that. It's one of my favorite days of the year, and I mean that from the bottom of my heart. We looked through those bears and to the pigs that were there, and it was obvious that this is the one he pulled, and he said, Regan, you're going to have to buy that one out of the sale. And I said, all right, that's fine, just bring him the sale, I'll get him bought. And that's the leadoff bear. That he's 123. He is a double down CKL Louis. And then he pulled in a gilt, and the gilt deal, I think, is the one he's kind of got pulled out to be in Sloan's deal. Another really cool deal. He's a Uranus double time. Well, when you go see all those boars that he has at the house, and one of them's got one nut and it's real big, and he just said, well, I'm keeping him around because I like to look at him. I mean, I tell you, it's an experience every time you're there. This is a nice pair of pigs. Thank you, Big Bog, for the one you brought. Thank you for your friendship. Next consigner in is going to be Mollet. Again, Mr. Mollet has come since the beginning of the players, and it's been an honor to have him here. He sold some bears here that brought some money that we went on and fed and had a lot of success with. I enjoy feeding these pigs. I mean, we've had a lot of success with them. And another one that just kind of, when he brings them, they check a lot of boxes. They're the ones that just can feed and go on and do some really good things. His leadoff is tag 104. He is a simple man, trumpet, no intros, littermate. That bear's got a knot on the side of his neck from a shot that he gave him. He said, please don't worry about that thing. It's going to be fine. It is just a shot knot, and he thinks it will go down. But he wanted to note that he does have a little knot there from a shot that he gave him and didn't want anyone to be worried about it. He said he thought that would go down. Tag, that's 104. Kate there's on 105. He is a simple man curtain call. That's a Heimer bred sow purchase. You on 106?
106 is a simple man curtain call.
And 106 is a simple man curtain call. That's the gilt there on the far side of or out there by herself there squealing. Again, a nice thing, a nice trio of pigs for Mr. Mollet, and these things will feed, I promise you. He said he's got a lot of confidence in the trio that he brought. I think they're awfully good. Thank you, Mr. Mollet, for the ones you brought.
John's going to drop in one more, and when he texted us and told us what he's bringing, he was extremely proud of this female lot, 47-liter gilt. She's a Poland. Obviously, it's late in the game for some, but if you'll pay attention and just keep your head down and study livestock, not only does this one look lights out, she's got an awfully neat pedigree. All due respect on Cobra's littermate sister, I'd say any kind of Texas or Oklahoma gilt market that's here, I would certainly pay attention. A very, very elite piece of livestock phenotypically, and then on top of that, that pedigree is worth lots of dollars when we come hammer time there at OYE, San Antonio, vice versa. So I can't thank John and the crew for bringing the set he did again.
All right, they're finally making me get on the mic tonight, and that's for Uncle Tim up here, and we're proud of him coming out here, and we appreciate a lot of things about him. He brings out a few reds and a crossbred here that we like a whole bunch. Talk about good made livestock that gives you a good look, and they're sound and square in their skeleton. Lot one, or in the first round, is a Piranha, Bury My Bones, and that is tag, what tag? 108. Like a lot of things about that one, built to feed. And then round two is the cross. The cross there, and that one is a slap happy on a, quite frankly, King of the Hill. And if you don't know, Uncle Tim has really gathered up a lot of money and some bred sows over the years, and doing a really, really good job. We've had the opportunity to feed a bunch of these over the past couple of years, and they feed every time and get cell holes. So bid with confidence. We think he brought a really, really nice set, and thank you, Uncle Tim, for making it down.
We, like I've said before, I had the opportunity to live there in Oklahoma, and one of the best things that ever came out of it was the friendship I've made with Justin Day and Jerry, a crew of people that not only trusted me when their kids were showing, but have stayed loyal, and we've had partnerships. The set of sows that Justin and Jerry have put together, I would put up just about against anybody's set in the country. They're not scared to double down and spend some money on a hammer price, but that doesn't always make the difference on the dollar side of things. They buy the ones that they love and they like, and it's so easy to follow which ones Justin gravitates toward to. And these are both be mates, and you know, lot 111 and I believe 112, they would be Say It, which would be the Hofschulte boar that Roy D and Earl came by out of a kingpin out of line. I do know, I talked to Justin at the night of the OIE sale before he fired off and bought a couple of them. This sow comes from CNC, and if you pay attention to what's been winning out of their firm, they'll always mention this sow line. And it was not only just not one good gilt, the whole litter was good. So again, Say It, kingpin out of line. I would pay very, very close attention to these, and then again that 112. There's some swelling in its flank. It's not a lymph node. All it is these were a rupture. Justin went ahead and got them fixed for you. Both again are already castrated, so no issues there. Just study the livestock and not anything past that. A very, very good pair. We lead off here of Justin's set. Okay, 113 and 114 will be next. 113 is going to be the crossbred. Again, another Say It on a big, easy, no moss sow. So a pedigree that's packed full of champions. I'm sure if Justin brought a crossbred out of it. And then the Berkshire, there would be a, hold on, a top it off, no. Top it off on an X-ray. Justin's had a pretty good run, not only at OYE, but at Houston as well with these Berkshires. I'd tell you, if you didn't find this one on your list tonight, then I just reevaluate. I think there's a lot of upside just in that thing's pedigree, the way he's put together. Another very good pair of them he drops in as the last two he brings us. Thank you, Justin. Thank you, Jerry, for bringing us four of them down to the players. I know we're getting towards the tail end of things, but I'd pay real close attention here. We've had a few phone calls and texts asking if there's a good white one here, and there's not many, obviously, but the quickest reply is McGuire's white one looks real good. Spencer sent me a video of this one about Thursday or Wednesday, and man, I got excited. This thing coming and going is about as elite as the Yorkshires you could find at this point in time. He's so good there, and then you get to the side of him, and I think just everything balances so darn good. Yeah, he does have blue dots. I'd sure think somebody who is serious about being competitive at the end of the day could get that taken care of. Again, this one would be, where are we at? He would be a white feather, which there is at Tanner Winter's place. on a French kiss twig sow. So kind of Linder bred on the bottom side. So I'm sure there's a lot of predictability there. A very, very neat pig, and I'm glad Spencer and crew brought.
What tag numbers, Kate? Which one you got? 116, 117. Which one you got?
We'll drop in 116 that Zach's on, and then 117 that Kate's on. Both these again are McGuire's. Give me a second, and I'll get you a pedigree on them. Uh, 117 is a next to nothing, once and forever provoked, and then tag 116 is we'll get that figured out here in a little bit. I think the pigs probably speak for himself again. Both these are litter mates. I don't know why I wouldn't just read ear notches instead of our sheets. But again, next to nothing, once and forever, provoked. And I think that provoked sow has done Spence and crew a real good job. And then another daughter that I think he's real proud of there working for him on the once and forever side of things. Can't thank them enough. A side note, these are the last two that I think we'll run through. The last two are Altons. I'm sorry. Just in case you're still hungry, we did just get a reminder outside that there's a few things left to eat. If you're getting a craving and don't want to buy McDonald's on the way home or eat a Pop-Tart at the hotel, make sure you get you another plate.
Next we come in and have Alton Weathers here. Weather Show Pigs. Been very, very successful over the years, had champions at OYE, kind of under the radar. He kind of does his own thing, believes in his program, and we're happy to have him here. And the set that drops in the ring here, it doesn't disappoint. We got good made show pigs that got big hind legs, and they move right, and they balance from the side. The first one we're going to start off with is the 118. He's an OG OCD, and that is the crossbred mark pig, the dark cross right there. Talk about one that just floats across the ring. Is hard back, round rib, big hind leg. I could give you the buzzwords throughout the day, but we like that one a whole bunch. And then next is the Berkshire, and that one is a reach high on wild things. And if you want to look it up, go to Facebook, and you can research the history of his sows that he has going on there, and there's a lot of good things going on. Very, very proud of the set that Weather Show Pigs has to offer. We like these a whole bunch. Bid with confidence. When them two get out of the ring, we want to thank everybody again. Thanks everybody for coming. Thanks for the people, the crew, the stakes. Thanks for Taylor over there, and more importantly, thank our crew with our kids that are showing out here. We're so thankful to have them that know how to drive show pigs and know how to take care of them. And most importantly, thank all three of our wives. We travel a bunch, and they put a lot of stress and mind into this thing, and we're so happy and lucky to have them, even no matter what happens, but we're very, very thankful for what they do. Do y'all have anything left to state around this out?
Again, tomorrow, just kind of want to go over a schedule. This is the end of the preview. Tomorrow we will preview these things at 6 p.m., 30 minutes following the preview. We'll have a live sale. Again, we'll try to get y'all out of here as quick as we can, kind of like we did tonight, not drag this thing on all night. Again, I hope y'all had a good time tonight. We'll just go on and continue to party the rest of the night and have a big time tomorrow. Thank you guys for showing up.